Hi everyone, this is Steve Johnson. I have a little bit of time right now before I go to another school site, and I noticed that Google Classroom had some changes that I saw for the first time at least. So I wanted to make a quick video because I know a lot of you are using Google Classroom for PPVU and for your own classrooms. So here are the updates. The first thing is when you go into a Google Class, if it doesn't prompt you already, you can click on this little question mark in the lower left-hand corner once you are in a class, and you can click Add Classwork Page if you don't already have it. Now, you know you don't already have it if all you see at the top of your Google Classroom is Stream and People. If you only see Stream or People, then go ahead and click this question mark, click Add Classwork Page, and what will happen is that you'll see this. After you click on Add Classroom Page, you'll have to click Update. It'll think for a while. It may take a few minutes, but if you give it long enough, then Classwork will show up. So you'll have Stream, Classwork, and People at the very top of your Google class or classes. You may have to do this for every single class you have. At least I had to do it for the last two that I tried it on. So you might, if you have multiple Google classes, as a teacher, that is, you might have to go in and change to this new interface. Also, when you click around, you'll see that sometimes it'll take you on a self-guided tour through the new interface. So that might happen too. If you watch this video, you might just be able to X out of the tour, or you can go through it if you like. Let's go ahead and just take a look at a Google Class right now that I already did this to. I got a lot of these because of PPVU, but I'm going to go into this demo class that I have right here. So I already at the bottom clicked on the little question mark. I added Classwork, as you can see, and here's my interface. Looking on the left-hand side, there's nothing really big. If you click right here, you can toggle back and forth between your different classes within Google Classroom if you like. It's kind of an easy way. It's been an easy way for me to go back and forth between PPVU classes. But you have your upcoming for assignments. Since this is a demo class, I don't have any upcoming assignments. You can see that the top's a little different. As I mentioned before, you can see that the About page or About tab is now here. When you click on that, it's just a link now. You can see the class code. You can make it bigger so that it looks so when your students are trying to type this in, they can see it big on your screen. It makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to write it on the board and just X out of it like that. But right here, you notice something really big. There's not that button. I believe it was a plus sign. You can't hover over it and do an announcement or an assignment or a question or user post. That has been moved to the new Classwork tab. So I'm going to click on that right now. And here are some things, some assignments or maybe announcements that I've created in the past over the last few years. You can see some of them are pretty old, going back to 2014 when Classroom first started. What you can do now is you can create by clicking on the Create button. So when I do that, here is where I create an assignment, a question, material, reuse a post, or I can create a topic. So when I do that, I click on topic. Let's just say this is ELD. I've already made an ELA one at the bottom. I'll click Add. And now I have ELA, which I created before this video, and ELD. And now, since I've never done this before, it says that I can reorder my classwork. So I can order topics, assignments, and questions the way I want students to see them. So I can do that, I guess, by clicking here, and I can move it down. So now ELA and ELD. Let's see, I don't think it really did it. Let me see if that works now. Oh, I have to refresh. Let me refresh it now. And yeah, so now ELD is on top and ELA is below. So I just learned that as making this video. So there you go, growth mindset. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now when I go to create an assignment, you can see that topics show up here. So now, and these topics have been around already, but this is a new way, a new interface to look at it through Classwork. And it might be a good idea to start organizing your assignments, especially if you are multiple subjects, elementary teacher, and you've got multiple subjects that you've got in here. You might want to organize them by topic, and that way students can find it a little bit more easily and they'll see it in that way. Okay, on the very top right-hand corner, you can look at Google Calendar and how the assignments correspond to that. And if you click on this folder, you can see all of the work students are doing within the Drive folder. This will open up an actual folder in your Google Drive where all of the assignments are being saved in these folders. So that's kind of cool too. And that's been around for a while as well. And then if you click on People, this is where you can add other teachers if you are a job share or you're sharing students between classes. You can just click on this little button right here and type in the teacher's email address. Down below, I only have one demo student here, but you can see I can add students by inviting them here. If I click right here, I have actions like I can email the student, remove the student, or mute the students. And a great feature is clicking invite guardians next to each student. If you do that and type in the parent's email address, they can get emailed to them updates. I believe it's weekly, daily, weekly, or monthly, I believe, of what's happening in Google Classroom. So a great way to collaborate and communicate with parents without having to, like, you yourself email them. They get actually an email from Google Classroom about what's happening in the class. So this video went a little bit faster, a little bit longer than I thought it would. But if you have any questions, please let me know or your C5 teacher. Thank you very much.